Daylight, my MVVs, welcome. Report reaching us right now as it is alleged is that Auntie Ebony has summoned Auntie Igbi before the Council of Chiefs in respect to what we heard last week that Igbi had denied having anything to do with what the image that Kabiesi saw in his chambers, where Igbi had said that that was probably Ashley using her to try and perpetuate that, stuff right there that made the Ooni of Ife run out of his chambers or ran out of his chambers. We got this information, was it last week, making the rounds on social media that Ooni of Ife had entered his chamber very late at night, and when he got into his chambers that late, he took his bath and went to bed. He saw an image, beside his head, and when he got up, it was Igbi. And he was very devastated. They said the monarch ran out of the chambers, okay? That the monarch ran out of his chambers. And when he came out, he was letting people know that Igbi was there. They started looking around because Igbi was not in the palace. As we have been hearing this report, they said that she has not been in the palace for the longest of time right now, but she has been coming and going because she's been very uncomfortable staying in the palace. A situation where a lot of people have attributed to retribution coming for her, or a nemesis, or some are saying it might be coming from the Ooni of Ife, others are saying it might be coming from retribution from Olori Naomi, and others are saying that it has a lot to do with the report that was harvested and not taken to where it came from. Now, we have heard that they have tried everything within their power to ensure that the report is, the ritual is done, so the report will be taken back to water. Since the report has been burned, they said all the places that Igbi went to, they are telling them that they need to go to where that report was burned and go and pack the ashes and take it back to that place where it was buried and put it there and then remove it and go and throw inside water. That's the solution. But up until now, they said the Ooni of Ife has declined. They are never going to do such a thing in the palace of the Ooni of Ife, that the palace does not belong to him alone. The palace is a community affair, that he cannot take decisions that will be detrimental to the palace. Now, with all of this that we have been hearing, let me not digress further. There was a day Igbi came into the palace. Ooni of Ife was alleged, as it is rumored, to have entered the palace and now saw an image, and that image was looking like Igbi. And Ooni was very devastated. They say he ran out of the palace, as it is reported, as it is rumored, as it is not be me talk am na here, as it is making the rounds on social media. And so they said Kabiesi ran out. And when he got out there, people went around, looked for Igbi. Igbi was nowhere around the palace. And Kabiesi was asked to go back inside his chambers to sleep. And when he went back inside his chambers, they said that same woman came again, bearing Igbi's face and everything. Now, he left again. When palace guard and other people came to check around to see Igbi, they didn't see the woman, and the woman never came back again. So when Kabiesi woke up in the morning, they say he summoned his chiefs, his council of chiefs and elders to tell them what had happened. And when Igbi was summoned, Igbi now made mention of the fact that she was not around, she was not in the palace. Of course, that day they said that she was nowhere around the palace, she didn't sleep in the palace, and it's not possible for her to have been the person that was in the palace that night. And then again, they went to go and check the security cameras. They found out that nobody had passed into the Ooni of Ife's chambers, that nobody passed through that. They didn't see anybody, they didn't see any image, they didn't see any mortal, they didn't see anything. So everybody started wondering who was this person inside the chambers. But when Igbi was summoned, they say Igbi made mention of the fact that she had had that kind of encounter before. But the truth remains that when she talks to Ooni about things like this, Ooni will not pay any attention to her, because Ooni feels as though she is the troublemaker and all of that, and that she's not the one doing this, that it is Ebony that is doing this. That she can tell very well with proof that that event that happened in Ooni of Ife chambers that night, it was Ebony. Ebony had covered her allegedly, as we are hearing, as it is rumored, as it is not be me talk calmly. You know, I've told you guys I don't live in the palace of the Ooni of Ife. I'm not related to them. These are all alleged information. These are all speculations, okay? So these are not first-hand information. The reason why I keep giving you this information this way, you find out that I'm probably the one person who will tell you the truth the way it is, like, okay, these are not first-hand information, okay? And so whatever you get on social media, do not, take it with a pinch of salt. Please take it with a pinch of salt. Dela writes, okay? So they said Igbi came out and started narrating her ordeal, that she has seen things like this happen in that palace over and over again, that it's this is Ebony's modus of operation, that she's the one who is always doing this. She will use some other person to go and visit another person and all of that, that is her thing to do in the palace, that they should call her, that should summon her, let her come and defend that day, that she, Igbi, has got evidence. And you know that Igbi is always having evidence. Like, Igbi has evidence to everything that is going on in the palace, according to her. And so they said when this information got to Ebony, Ebony was very upset. Ebony was so upset that Ebony could not even believe what she was hearing, that this woman said about her, that she has evidence. Evidence how? Where you have videos or what is it? Bring it on. And so people had already told Ebony to forget about it, that is one of those things. But they said Ebony has decided to bring her before the Council of Chiefs for her to come and prove, for her to bring that evidence, because for the fact that she called her name, that she wants to know what happened, how she could have, attributed what happened in that room to her, as what, why, when, why is this happening? And they said that is what Ebony is saying. So they said it's been a very serious battle, that they fight, the wahala in the palace is not small, because Ebony is saying, this time I'm not going to leave you. You're going to prove to me what happened, why you will say this kind of a thing about me, why you will want to do this kind of, why will you want to say this about me? They said that is what Ebony is saying, that Igbi must prove why she has been calling her name, telling people that she's the one who is fond of using other people's images to go and visit others spiritually, that she's not going to let it go. That this has been what they have been settling the entire day. That has been basbos, that the monarch is so exhausted that he does not know what to do anymore with these women. That is what we are hearing. If this information is true, that's what is making the rounds on social media. I'm going to bring you more update. I appreciate you so much. Thank you.